name is Paul Long, trusted business lender for the South Sound, located in Tacoma, Washington.
And I'm Greg Martin, the entrepreneur's banker in Bryan, College Station, Texas.
And we are two bankers getting together to help educate small business in America by sharing with you how we see it. On this episode, we're going to talk about what bankers look for in a P&L, or what's known as a profit and loss. Greg, what do you look for?
Okay, Paul, for the first thing that I look for is I look for context. So imagine that I got a profit and loss, and it showed $10 million of sales and $1 million worth of profit. That's pretty good, right? But what if I showed you the one from the year before that was $30 million in sales and $15 million in profit? Not so good. So really, whenever we look at financials, what I always want to do is I want to understand kind of the trends. I want to understand the context that it's in before you really dive into the specifics. But so what are some of the specific line items that maybe you look at, Paul?
You know, what I look for is I'll take it and I'll first, of course, look for the profit. Not just bottom line profit, but gross profit. And that is your gross sales minus your cost of goods sold. That's another thing. I also want to see, do you have cost of goods sold, or is everything in your expenses? Again, it does all come back to context. Many people maybe would put labor in expenses, and some people put certain labor in cost of goods sold. So it really depends. You just need to make sure you're doing proper trend analysis, like you were saying.
Right.
Other things I want to look for is accounting profit. So there's this cool thing called EBITDA that bankers love. And what we do, exactly, we'll actually go back and add back interest if we will add back interest, depreciation, amortization, because you never wrote a check for that. So we want to know what the EBITDA is, which really also gives us a little bit more information on your cash flow. And finally, the assessment is not only just top and bottom line. You know, again, we want to look at the trends in each one of the lines. So we're going to not just look at the number, but the percentage of those to your overall sales.
I agree 100%. And what I would also say is that there's times when we need to kind of pull in some of the balance sheet into the income statement, and I don't mean to necessarily get into analyzing the balance sheet here, but really understanding, okay, if you see like a lot of depreciation, so you bought some equipment or something like that, does that equipment need to be replaced a lot? You know, because if it is, then you're going to show that in your expenses. So really, as you go through all of these different line items, and as you go into your specific industry, if you're a manufacturer, you know, what is the volatility within your inventory costs? You know, does lumber go up or lumber go down? Does iron go up or iron go down? You know, are you susceptible to that? How are you protecting yourself? And it really, at the end of the day, the profit and loss statement does show the profitability of the company, profit and loss statement, but really understanding where your expenses are and understanding how much free cash is able to either be serviced debt, to be injected as into future growth, or be taken out as owner's compensation. Because let's face it, I mean, you're the entrepreneur, you're the one taking all the risk. You deserve to be compensated for it. But understanding all these things is very important for how a banker and how an entrepreneur needs to look at their profit and loss.
Exactly. Thank you, Greg. So to learn more about other topics that we discussed, feel free to visit our websites. Mine is paultlong.com, and Greg is theentrepreneur'sbanker.com. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you on a future episode. Thanks.
See ya.